I don't actually know how I'm supposed to pronounce the words that I'm going to sing. Okay, anyway. Oh, wait. Oh, Lord. Um, well, this not super great, but that's okay. Okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am trying to log into my thing, so sorry, give me one moment. How have you been? It's been a minute. I'm going to be real with you guys. My schedule is completely destroyed. Yesterday, we were celebrating a birthday, and that was wonderful. You always have to celebrate. You have to celebrate your people. You have to celebrate your people. And I feel bad because I just like it didn't quite go as planned, but it was okay. Did it not? Did it not submit? What do you mean, bro? Oh my god, it's not letting me log in. Oh, that's three twos. Okay. Well, clearly I'm blind. There. Okay, let me in. All nice. Two-factor authentication is very good, but it's also it gets in the way. It just does. Okay. I need to be able to see the events. If I can't see the events, how am I supposed to thank people? Alright, hold on. I got this. We'll figure that out later. Alright, anyway. Welcome back to another... Oh, there it is. It's popped up now. Hold on. Wait. Oh my days. Y'all are trolling me. They're trolling me. I'm getting trolled by my setup. Anyway, that's enough time for setup. Welcome back to our Dark Souls 3 casual run. Again, it's just a casual run. I'll talk about what we've been up to this week and why everything has been completely bonkers. ProTax started up. And why I can't log into my events page so I could see things like people following and subscribing and otherwise doing nice things and all of those. So yeah, okay, wait, first a recap and then a recap. So game recap, then game recap, and then life recap. Okay, so that's ProTag. Oh yeah, okay, let me do my intro. Hi, I'm Symphony, your beautiful and wonderful and amazing disembodied voice of light. ProTag is our player here today, rocking the sweet deer antlers and the cool fire sword. Say hi to the people, ProTag. Hello. Aw, what a wholesome gesture. And today he is playing on the file where he has way too many hours. He has all the things and all the stuffs, and he's coming to kick some butt. We just finished destroying Freed. Now I guess the only thing we have left is like the Ring City and all of that. Protag said that he wanted to finish this particular run today, so I have no idea how long we'll be here. Well, I guess we're going to be going until we smack the Lord of Cinder right in his cinders or something. And there's the lag activating as expected in the Dread Key. So yeah. Yeah, this is the whole last part of the thing. Okay, so that's up for it, pretty much it for the game recap. Now for the real life recap. So everything has fallen apart. Like I said, I plan things and then and then other people plan things, and then those plans conflict with my plans, and I'm just like, why? So, this is the busiest time of year for musicians in general, and also for my particular life, this is the busiest time of year for like people. So, yeah, sometimes we have it to where people have birthdays and they want us to celebrate those birthdays. And we enjoy celebrating those birthdays, even though this particular birthday celebration didn't go quite as planned, but that's okay. Excuse me. And, yeah, so basically real life is happening. My schedule is probably going to be just not happening for the next 2 or 3. Are you gonna die? Did you miss it? He didn't miss it. I thought he missed it. So the schedule is going to be non-existent for the next, I don't know, 5 or 10 days or something like that. So I will come and stream music and games when I can. No promises about anything until stuff starts settling down. Please and thank you. Lord have mercy. I mean, but this is the time of year for friends and family and all kinds of beautiful and wonderful things. So, I'm not upset about it. It's just that like it makes me feel bad because it's just like I want to go and interact with my people, and I want to finish all of my stuff. Like, oh, I don't know, the stuff that I've been saying I was going to finish for weeks now and still have not finished. It's going to be done by the end of the year. With God as my witness, I'll finish it by the end of the year. But, yeah. I know you guys are sick of me being like, oh, I'm going to stream this, I'm going to stream that, I'm going to stream this. I'm sorry. I apologize 1,000 times. I am trying my best. But sometimes like I said, other things and other people get in the way. But that doesn't mean I don't love you guys. That's not what it means at all. But again, I'm not trying to be one of those people that will come in and stream and be kind of all exhausted. I want to bring the fire and the energy and the hype. Like, I don't want to stream when I'm tired. When I'm tired, I'm just going to be like, hey, how's it going? We're doing Dark Souls 3. We're about to finish, so yeah. No, I want to bring the hype. I want to bring the energy. I want to bring I hate those things. You know how many times I got murdered by those things on the way here, only to be murdered by the freaking twin fire demon prince things. Frustrating stuff. What the heck is that? I've never seen that before. I literally have never seen that before. There's Gale telling us to make ourselves useful and descend into the depths of despair. Anyway, so I'm gonna make a post about it. Don't worry. We're still doing the Christmas karaoke. It's happening. It'll be December 23rd. My idea for it is that I am going to make tickets for people to be able to sing with me. Now, the tickets are going to be free. I know people freaked out. It's like, you're going to charge people money? No. The event is completely, 100%, absolutely free. And it's going to be just for fun, okay? And it's not going to be like a really like public event. Usually when we do the concerts and stuff, I put it all on Eventbrite and all of that and just have like, hey, all kinds of advertising. No, it's just going to be like a nice little cool little chill thing for the community. And the reason why I wanted to do tickets was because, like, then if people did want to sing along with me, we can already have all of that, like, set up, and I can't do the whole stream singing with people. So, those will be up tomorrow, and I will make a YouTube and an Instagram, and I'll go live on Twitch and put the link in the little chat and whatever, and I'll be live on YouTube and put that on the little thing on the main channel, not on this channel on YouTube. Yeah, don't worry, it'll be everywhere. I'll post the link, so if you want to, and once you get your ticket, you can set up. We can set up a day to rehearse if you want to rehearse, or if you want to just go off the cuff. You can pick the song, one. Okay, it can't be. I'll post. I'll talk about the rules and stuff. One song, can't be vulgar. I mean, and not too much swearing, or I won't say them. You feel free to do what you want, but if you pick something that's a little bit too nutty, then maybe not. Preferably Christmas themed, but also can just be pop songs or jazz songs or other kinds of songs. And we can rehearse together, and if you want to make sure you have a sparkly duet, or if you want to have kind of a funny duet, we don't have to practice together and all of that. So it'll be super fun, and we'll have fun. I'll have fun. You'll have fun. Gail, you suck, by the way. You could just jump down there, but whatever. And now we have my most favorite fight after the announcements, right on time. And by most favorite, I mean worst fight ever. Fight me. You can fight. You can fight me. You can fight me. I hate this fight. I will die on this hill. This fight sucks. I don't care if I have a bias. Because I most certainly do have a bias. That is objectively the fact. I do have a bias. My bias is that I win this fight. But it's still the worst, despite my bias. Fight me. No, come at me. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I mean, you can if you want. I'll just, not whatever. Anyway, yes, this fight, I got hardwalled on. Almost quit the run because of this fight right here. Why is this fight here? Look, see? But, I will give it this. It is admittedly a very well balanced fight for being a duo fight. Like, there's one thing that's active, and then the other thing is trying to murder you. And the thing that's not active still attacks you, but it's not like trying to come at you. It will attack you though. And then when they're both active, all you have to do is run away. So yeah, admittedly a very well balanced fight. However, I still hate it because it makes me sad and all of that. So, yeah. Geez, I want to do so many things for the community. It's going to be so much fun. Like this Christmas thing, I don't expect there to be a ton of people joining in. This is the first year we're doing it. So I don't expect a lot of people. And then I love this. See, they both go inactive, so you can just wail on them. And I think this is fantastic. Now, this is also Protex, I think, one of his favorite duo fights in the entire Soul series. So, that's cool. So, okay. What are my plans for the community? Alright, I have several plans for the community. One is I want to do community events. I want to do one every month, and I kind of want to do one that's a little bit themed around, like, whatever holiday it is. Karaoke is the easiest for me because, I do that, So this first one, I want to do karaoke songs, and I already talked about the free tickets so that way you can sing with me. But I just kind of need to manage the number of people because I don't want to pick and choose. So I'll have 20 or 30 tickets or something, and first come first serve. You can only get one per person. Okay, and if I catch you cheating, okay, I'm not gonna sing any songs with you. So if you get 2 tickets under 2 different emails, then I'm not gonna sing with you at all. And then I'll put those 2 tickets back into the prize pool or whatever. Don't worry, I'll make a post about it and all that. So I want to do some of that. Y'all know about that Elden Ring PvP DLC. I know you know about it. We haven't played it yet. I'll say that. But I want to do a community thing where we have a community PvP team tournament, and the winners, and there can be a bunch of teams, right? And we can invite people from all over communities, and the winning team can split some amount of money. That's what I want to do. And I don't know if we're going to be doing that for next year or something like that, but it'll be fun. It won't be a lot of money. I'll probably be spending like 100 and some odd dollars. So y'all each get like 20 bucks or something. But it's just like a fun thing for us to do. So I want to do lots of community events, and that's also a thing that I'm planning for, on top of all the other 20 billion things I'm planning for. And of course, Protag doesn't barely even get hit when he does this fight, and I'm salty about it. He just breezes through like it's nothing. Like, why? Why you have to flex on me that hard? They're like, oh well, you just got hard walled in the thing. I was stuck here for literal months. I really was stuck on this fight for months. 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 I think it was like 3 or 4 months. And I was just like, I don't want to play the game anymore. Like, I'm not gonna win. And then eventually I just won, and I was just like, oh, okay, well, I guess we can continue. But look, I was still mad. I stayed mad for the entire rest of the game at that fight. Okay? So, like, even when I got to the end and I beat the Soul Ascenders, I was still salty. Okay? I was still salty. Yeah. Has anyone ever had that feeling where even if you win, you're still really mad? Right? Like, you did something and you're just like, oh, finally, and you're just mad. Why did you hit him? What did he do? That's how I felt, but for the entire rest of the duration of the game. So, yeah, that's my most prominent memory of Dark Souls, is just being mad at the game. But it's fine. I recognize that it was a skill issue. I will admit, yes, it was, in this case, it was a skill issue. And I was not very skilled at the fight, and that's why I got stuck on it for months. But you know what? I didn't give up. I kept on going. Also, I found the video of the Japanese clam dude. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. And like, I had forgotten about it for a while, and then I found it again. And it was just like, I forgot how absolutely inspiring it is to have someone to just cheer for you. You know? So, like, if you're having a day where you're just kind of down and you're just kind of sad, I would highly recommend pulling up that video. Like, it's not going to be like a substitute for therapy if you really need it. You know what I mean? Please don't tell me he fell off the cliff. That poor baby. My poor crystal lizard fell off the cliff. No. Oh, no, he's fine. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, like, it's not gonna substitute therapy, the Japanese clam worker dude. But you know what? If you're having a really bad day and you need like an emergency pickup, you need an emergency pick-me-up, I highly recommend that video. And I like found it recently, and I was just like, that felt good to watch. Now I wonder why we don't have something. Do we have anything like that in Elden Ring? I mean, we have spirit summons, but like, enemies don't really have, oh, they do, but it's just like, you can hit them. I was thinking specifically of the Commander Nile fight, where he summons 2 ghost dudes to fight on his behalf. So yeah, we do have something like this in Elden Ring. It's just a little bit more fair, except for the bosses are not more fair. Anyway, Protag is doing well as per usual. Oh my god, I am so excited. I cannot wait. Like, you don't even understand. I'm just like glowing with excitement, basically. I am just like glowing with excitement. Because yeah, it's about you guys. So I want to do stuff, you know, that's not just me. It's like, you know, bang. I want to do like stuff like, yeah, if you get a ticket and then you want to rehearse, then we can rehearse and then we can sing together. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it's not a super great idea, but I still want to do it, so we're doing it. We'll see how it goes. I mean, this is gonna be like my first big community thing, and it's gonna be fun, and I'm excited for it. And then we can have like concerts and community building stuffs and things and whatnot. It'll be really fun. So don't worry, I'll stream about it. I'll post about it, and it'll be in your face until the day that we do it, and it'll be fun, and it'll be great, and I will be happy, and you will be happy, and then we'll plan for the next one, which yeah, and then we'll plan for the next one, which I don't know. I don't know exactly when it's gonna be, but I want to do at least one per month where we're just all, happy and stuff. But this week and next week, stuff is happening. You know what? I didn't say this when he first pulled out the hammer, but you gotta respect any man coming at you with a hammer. You gotta respect it. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Okay? If you are not gonna respect the person coming out with you with your giant hammer, you just weren't raised right. Okay? You have no respect for the person coming at you with a giant hammer. You just weren't raised right. Now, admittedly, hammers, not the best or most practical of weapons. But you ain't about to run up on a man with a giant hammer. Let me tell you that much. But anyway, yeah, it's all good. I'm just excited. I'm just excited. It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. I promise. Or maybe it won't be fun. But if it's not, then we'll just take that feedback and then improve on it. And if nobody signs up, that's okay. You could just listen to me sing all of my karaoke stuffs and things. Because I like to sing. I'm not like the best singer, but singing is very fun. Anyway, I'm getting all distracted because I'm really excited about it. I like and all of that. So like if we do like a Elden Ring like PvP thing, do you think that maybe, I don't know, I'll have to talk to ProTag about it. But it's gonna be amazing. Alright, anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah. We haven't tried the Elden Ring PvP DLC yet, but I will say this: I was trying to try it. I was attempting to get into the Elden Ring PvP, but ProTag wouldn't let me. He said, "No, we'll do that later," and I'm just like, "That's lame. We should do it now. We should test it out, and all of that, and all of that." He said no, and unfortunately, I was powerless. I was powerless. Is he doing Midir? ProTag, are you doing Midir? Oh my god. Well, I mean, he is on New Game 7, and he has all of the buffs, so he has all the weapons and all of the upgrades and all the buffs, so it shouldn't take too long. Unless he forgot how to do the fight, in which case, this death counter right here, I still can't believe how easily he did I still can't believe how easily he did the twin demon princes. After so long of not, like I said, he hasn't touched this game in almost a year, but he just like so easily just like destroyed them, and I'm just like, bruh, you can't flex on me that hard, okay? That's illegal. You can't flex on people that hard. Like, Jesus. You know, you could have at least given me the pity death. It's just like, yeah, you know, I'm a little bit rusty, you know. This boss is hard, you know. You know, Symphony, the boss is hard, so I understand why you died. No. In fact, he was the main one making fun of me for not being able to, well, he wasn't making fun of me, but he was very disappointed that I was trying to quit the game over this boss fight. And he was like, I'll do it for you. And I was like, no. This fight sucks. See, it is happening again. I'm still salty about this fight. It's gonna be my most prominent memory of Dark Souls. It's just me being salty about that fight, and I'm salty about him not being salty about the fight too. Oh no! You it's gonna be The Grudge. My children and my children's children and my children's 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 children and my children's 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 children will also they will also carry the grudge of this game. They'll be like, I don't know why I hate this particular fight, but I hate this particular fight. It shall live throughout the ages. Or no, maybe they'll get good. They'll get good at some point in the generation. At some point down the hereditary line, they will get good, and then the grudge will probably die out. But until then, the idea of gaming skill being hereditary is very interesting. So like, there are certain aspects that are probably hereditary, but like, the boss is so nice they did it twice. There are certain aspects of gaming that are hereditary, like, you know, the physical skill, right? But like being good at games actually being hereditary? Question mark. Ooh, do we have a death? Is that a death? What's that? Is that the smell of death? No, he's gonna be fine. Is he gonna be fine? No, he'll be fine. I mean, that would have probably one-shot him. But he also has the Tears of the News on him, so one-shotting is not really a thing. And you know what? I don't like the way that they implemented the Tears of Denial in Elden Ring. So, I say this a lot of the times, but you know, every time that you live in Elden Ring with like one small pixel of hell, every time you live in Elden Ring with one like little minute, tiny little pixel of hell, that's basically Tears of Denial, and you have it automatically, and it's based on your vigor. So the more vigor you have, holy crap, the more vigor you have, the more likely that kind of thing is to trigger, where you live with a pixel of health, and so you have kind of automatic. But it's also like, the more vigor you have, the less that you'll need that. So it's just kind of like, you know what I mean? It's just like, well, it's more likely to trigger, but you're also less likely to use it. So it's just kind of like, I kind of like it like this more. So like, if you didn't have almost an entire screen full of HP, you have 2/3 of the screen worth of HP, then, you know, you could still like really benefit from it. But like, for the people who need it the most, the people with like no HP, it's less likely to trigger. So it's just kind of like, you know, what's the point? So I don't know. That's my personal opinion. My personal opinion. And yeah, I like it better as a spell. I also do not really like it as a base spell. But like, it's gotta be one of those spells, right? It's gotta fit into one of the categories of spells. Like, it's gotta fit like as faith, or it's gotta fit as an intelligence spell. So, you know, fire. Bro, the ring boys, bro, they scary. There's two. Run, Protag. Nope, it's all over. You about to get smacked by the other one while you're playing. He's got the fire sword. Protag. Oh, death counter. I'm doing it. Yep, there it is. Death counter. Y'all thought I was playing. New game 7. 8 deaths. I'm not gonna be mean to him for this one, cause you know, even though it wasn't very smart to fight two of those guys at the same time with a giant hammer, I'm just gonna, you know what, I will be mean. It wasn't smart to fight two of those guys with a giant hammer. Like, what was that? You already knew that was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. I was just like, he's fighting two of them at the same time. Sounds like you want the death counter to go up. I mean, it's not gonna go down. You might as well do something with it. So, you know, I get it. He was looking at the death counter and it's like, you know what? That number's been there a long time. And I kind of, you know, it looks like it's kind of bored just sitting there doing nothing. So let me Let me just, help it out. Make it a little bit more interesting. Actually, I think maybe he aggroed it by accident because he forgot where the other one is. I think that's more likely to be what happened, but I don't know. So yeah, you gotta respect the man running at you with a giant hammer, unless you're a ring knight. In which case, no respect to the man with the giant hammer. Kick his butt. Stomp him into the earth. Make him regret his decisions. Like I said, like most enemies gotta respect you. Not those boys. Those boys don't gotta respect you. They don't respect nothing. Nothing. But I wonder if you. Oh yeah, that's right. Everything has like a really short aggro range in. I was about to say Elden Ring, and that's not true. It's the opposite. Everything has like a short aggro range in Dark Souls, so it's like you can aggro them, but you can't keep them aggro, which. No, that was funny. Failed the ambush. But that's okay. Oh, he's got a spear. I thought he was just a dude with the oh, you messed up. Run. But yeah, it's just actually kind of like refreshing, right? At least in my opinion. Stomp him. Pancake. We having pancakes. Oh God. Protac, no. Don't die again the same way that you died. That's a bad idea. I don't know about that one, Chief. Chief, I'm gonna level with you. I don't know if that was the best way to handle that. But you know what? It worked. It didn't have to work, but you know what? Oh, death counter. Death counter. Activate. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's not maybe the best idea. I mean, I know you know the game, Mister. I have over 1 billion hours in this game for no reason, but like also, I haven't played this game, or Mister. I haven't played this game in over 9, 8. How many months? Like 11 months. When did Elden Ring come out? It came out in like February or March, right? Yeah, it's been like 9 months. So maybe don't use the hammer. Oh my God, he's still going with the hammer, but the axe hammer though. I always thought it interesting how axes and hammers have kind of the same moves. I mean, that's how you would use an axe, like a hammer, right? You just like kind of chop them, like, right? The intent is different, right? Because when you're trying to smash something with a hammer, you're trying to make a pancake. But when you're trying to smack something with a hammer, you're trying to give it like, how do you say? You're trying to split it in twain, which I guess you could technically do with a hammer. If you smack someone hard enough, you can probably do that. But that's mean. Why would you do that with a hammer? Why would you do that with a hammer? Oh, you know what? That's basically what we do when we crush flies and mosquitoes and stuff. We just hammer them, and now I kind of feel bad. I don't know. That made me feel a little bit bad. Every time you squish a fly, you just kind of are hammering it, and that's not super great or super pleasant. So yeah, I feel bad. I mean, I'm not gonna stop killing flies. But like, also, I do feel bad. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah. you. Why is it so necessary for you to smack these dudes? I don't get it. We already know you're good at the game. Oh my God. I didn't know that was what that was supposed to be for. I thought it was. Death counter? Maybe not? Question mark? Okay, maybe not. Look, you have to be ready with the death counter. Okay, you got to be ready with the death counter, man. You never know when. Ask not for whom the bell tolls. Oh, I love it. Okay, I'm sorry. That just, I don't know why that was funny, but it was just funny. Just like, hey, ugly. Oh, that was funny. But yeah, the enemies having a smaller aggro range in Dark Souls is actually kind of refreshing coming from Elden Ring, where they just literally chase you into the end of the world. They will chase you into the Nether Realm. Okay, I didn't death counter. Okay, well half of the death counter. Half of the death counter. 14. Half of the death counter. See, and that is his Tears of Denial. You always want to have a plan B. Plan B is don't die. Plan B, no, okay. Plan A is don't die. Plan B is if you get hit, don't die. There we go. There you go. Yeah, those are the plans. And then plan C is if you get hit and you die, then you suck. That's plan C. Okay, there we go. We have laid out all of the protagonist's plans. Oh, yeah, let me explain the death counter again. Okay, so the number to the left, the 9, is the number of times he actually died. And the number in the parentheses, 14, is the number of times the Tears of Denial have been consumed, which is how many times he would have actually died had he not been cheating. So, I mean, it's in the game, so it's not cheating, is it? Got the flippy dips and the dippy flips and the flip dippity dop, flip dip doppity do, skid bop 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 bop. Yeah. Anyways, cool swords go brrr. I mean, yeah. Cool swords go brrr. You know what? Never has anything been more fitting than Cool Swords Go Brrr. That is the most fitting thing I think I have ever said in regards to Dark Souls 3 ever in my life. I think so. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look at all the I don't know, hundreds of hours I have been talking. Well, it hasn't been hundreds. I think that's an exaggeration. It's probably like 50. Anyway, moving along. I guess that we're going to go and open the shortcut. Yes. Always open the shortcut. Is this the shortcut? Yes, it is the shortcut. Always open the shortcut. If nothing else, you open the shortcut. Because if you die, then you will have to do all of what you did before again. Now, you don't have to open the shortcut if you're a complete masochist. But you know what? It is highly encouraged by veterans of the Souls genre to open the shortcut. And Protag knows this as he is a veteran. Now, I'm not even gonna lie, this part confused me, okay? And I will tell you the reason it confused me. Y'all know that I can't see a dang thing in this game with these gray, everything is gray, okay? So I'm just like, oh wow, he almost died to that. So everything is gray. All right, and so I can't see anything. Everything looks the same. I'm like, where am I supposed to go? I don't understand. Okay, and I spent a good amount of time just kind of sitting here, being like, what do I do? And that's what you do. Okay. Now, in my defense, I can see things in Elden Ring way better because they've decided to actually put color and stuff. And you'll be like, no, Dark Souls has color too. Look at it. Yeah, okay, whatever. The contrast is too low. It's like, I don't know, have you ever tried to turn like the contrast, mess with the contrast settings on like a picture or something? Okay, you notice how stuff like turns gray and stuff is like, starts kind of looking all washed out. Well, the thing is that not only is stuff looking washed out, but it's also a really similar texture. So it's hard for me to tell stuff apart sometimes in this game. So there was just some points where I was just like, where am I supposed to go? Because I couldn't see. Okay, I need the bright color. Give me the Nintendo colors. Okay, I need the greens to be. The, I want my eyes to bleed with how vivid the green is. I need my eyes to burn with how just red the red is. Okay, I need that kind of color. I mean, look at my voice up in the right hand corner, top right hand corner. Hey, it's Madeir. Hi, Madeir. Okay, see, look at my voice. Look how colorful that is. I need a minimum of that on everything. On everything that is supposed to have color, I need that level, or else it's just not. It's not going to work. Okay, I don't know why. My eyes are just bad. Okay, I'm sorry. Madeir's a good boy. He's a very good boy. We love Madeir, but also he's got to die. It's merciful. We're not gonna kill him. We're euthanizing him. We're giving him his a peaceful passing. Okay, he's suffered long enough. We have to put him out. It's okay. It's okay. Oh my God, this is making me think about the ending of the Old Yeller, and it's making me sad. No, it's making me sad. I mean, I don't think it's like that, but like it's also kind of like that. I feel so sad, man. And then it's like Old Yeller is a really, really old movie. And admittedly, there's probably a lot of other stuff with that exact same movie where you have to. No, don't smack him. He's a good boy. Like, what? You know what? It would be a really cool thing to introduce into the Souls games. Like, can't we, like, have an ability to, like, save some of the bosses? Because, like, Madeir is kind of like Radahn, right? Like, they got corrupted, and then they lost their minds, and now they're trying to kill everybody that comes into their path, right? It's like, can't we just, like, have a quest line where we save one of the bosses? You know what I mean? Like, can we have a quest line where we, like, save Madeir or something? Now, I don't think that saving Madeir would actually fit into the world of Dark Souls. But I feel like saving Radahn would fit into the world of Elden Ring. It wouldn't really fit the motivations of the character, I guess. Or it wouldn't really fit, like, the kind of dog-eat-dog kind of world that Elden Ring is. You know what I mean? But I think it would be kind of a nice thing, you know? Like, you cure him, and then he's got, like, a moment of clarity, and he's like, thank you, Tarnished. And then he's like, I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And then he just, like, walks into the ocean or something like that. You know, something like, kind of like that. Would that fit? No, leave Madeir alone. Well, I mean, I did ask if he was going to murder Madeir. So I guess, did you forget? No, he didn't forget. He's just going down here for the checkpoint. Question mark? I don't know. What is he down here for? I forgot what was here. Anyway, yeah, like, wouldn't that be a cool storyline for, like, Radahn? I don't know if we would end up. I don't know if I would want that storyline for what's that girl's name? Dude, I'm feel bad. I just learned her name like our last run. She said it so many times, and we finally learned it. Oh, it's the PvP boss. Is there a PvP boss in Elden Ring? I don't think so. I don't think so. But I always thought this was kind of a cool idea, even if it was kind of. This is always going to be busted. It's always busted in either that it's too easy or too hard, right? So you have a player character. They're either god tier, or they're kind of noobs and they just want to play around and do all of that stuff, or the fight just gets goofy, and where they're just like sitting there, just kind of like emoting at you or throwing stuff at you and whatnot. Wait, can you even emote in this fight? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's either too easy or too hard. There's not really very much in between. I never noticed that he just kind of fell over when he died. Wait, did you hit him? Wow. You hit him and he just did not care. Usually that attack knocks people over, right? But I do like the idea of getting boss spells. The fact that we do not have this in Elden Ring PvP is a crying shame. It's a crying shame. We need we need the what is it called? The raid boss, but it's an actual human player. I need this. This can be like the next update. I will email FromSoft. I don't care if they ever credit me. They can pretend I never existed. But I need the raid boss PvP. The raid boss PvP, so we can come with the boss spells, the massive AoEs, and just whoosh. But also, again, it's either going to be completely too hard or completely too easy. Like, we can have it to be kind of like Radahn, where we can summon like 20 billion people. That would be sick. Okay? And then people just go in, and then after either the raid boss dies or the people die, or something like that. Or maybe people just run around like summoning people. Like people like go and they queue up, right? And then they just get summoned for the raid boss and da 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 da. It is just like a fun thing. I don't know how they would do it, but I want the raid boss PvP. That should have been the special one for Caelid. The fact that it's just like spirit summons is cool, but like also very not raid bossy. They should have put that one in Liurnia. Wait. Yeah, Liurnia. They should have put the spirit summon one in Liurnia and then had a special like PvP raid boss, super boss magic, and all of that. It's okay. Well, I mean, okay, so look, we haven't played the PvP, but I know what's in the PvP because I read the patch notes, okay? Yes, and now we have, don't kill him, leave it, let him live, spare him. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll see in a moment. Spare him, Protect, spare him. Okay. If he kills him anyway, I'm going to be so sad. Don't do it. Alright, anyway, this is probably Protact's favorite fight in the whole series. So there's like this dude. You know, I actually followed him. He does eventually just die. So, you know, let him have a little bit longer. Yeah, that dude right there. He'll die on his own. You don't need to help him. You can follow him, and he dies like right at the entrance to the little building that you just come out of. It's sad, but like also it makes sense since he's like basically bleeding out. Anyway, the Gale fight. Woo! Probably Protag's favorite fight. I like this fight too. I liked it better than the stupid Demon Prince's fight. I don't care, fight me. Nobody will ever change my mind on this. I'm just too emotionally attached to the idea that those bosses suck because they hurt my feelings, okay? Anyway, yeah. Gale, bro, your boy buffed up. He didn't miss leg day, he didn't skip arm day, he didn't skip abs day. Also, he got his protein. If you know the lore, that's a completely cursed comment. But, well, is it a cursed comment? I feel like it is, but also maybe it's not. Anyway. Yeah, looking good. Like, we're here at the 10 billion year reunion. The 10 billion year school reunion. No, nobody else has made it. We're just the last one. You know, we're gonna fight to the death to prove which one is the most worthy of being the. Do you not fight for dominance at your high school reunions, or is that not a thing? Just the last man standing is the king of the 10 billion year reunion. See, what's interesting to me is that, like, this kind of explains, because, like, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? You see a lot of, like, soldiers walking around and all that. Oh my god. The freaking minigun. That minigun has caused me a lot of problems. But, also the cape. The cape is, okay. Objectively, the cape is cool. The fact that we don't get more cape weapons in the game is a tragedy. Protag, you playing with fire. I mean, it was inevitable. Gale was not letting him go. But yeah, the fact that we don't get more cape weapons in the game is a crime, a shame, and a tragedy, and I'm sad about it. But anyway, Gale helped everything kind of make sense, right? Because when you assume that when your boys go hollow, right, that they're just like husks, right? But like Gale starts off like just kind of basically shambling around and being kind of like a monster, right? He's just like rawr, 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 rawr. He's all like that, right? And just like slamming his weapon around. But then when he goes hollow, he just like goes like he's like awakened sleeper mode, right? He's like a sleeper engine, right? But that makes all the hollows in the whole of Dark Souls kind of makes sense, right? Like, cause like you're like, well, how come some of these guys are just shambling around and acting like that? Well, they're probably more on the verge of going hollow. The ones that are shambling around, and then the ones that are actually competent fighters are the ones who actually went hollow. You know? Because I don't think we ever see anyone go hollow in like real time. You know? But like I think this is the first time you actually like just see someone go hollow. And then you just like kind of, you know? And that begs the questions. Which I know is a very stupid question, but I'm gonna ask it. Is the player hollow? He's fighting competently. Well, the player character is fighting super competently. But we're not hollow because we actually have skin on our face, and you know we don't look ugly except for Protag. Underneath the mask, he ain't looking too pretty. He's one of those looks better with the paper bag on. Not in real life. In real life, he's very good. At least to me. But I'm very biased. Anyway. But like in the game, not so much. Like, have you ever like, I don't know, have any of you ever like played Dark Souls and then just like let yourself go hollow, right? And then just like take the helmet off. Wow, what a way to die. Okay. So for those of you who don't really understand what just happened there, Protag tried to cast the Great Heal, and then Gale decided, no, you don't get to do that for free. And then he did the thing, which kind of chipped away at all that healing he had just gotten. Because he had the poise, he could have got the spell off, but then Gale just kind of jumped in and slapped him before he was able to recover from the animation of the spell, and thus he got destroyed. He got destroyed in the face. Are you using bleed against Gale? Shame. I thought this was your favorite fight. Hope you're trying to cheese. Boo. Anyway. Again, it's been a while, so maybe he's forgotten a lot of the dodge patterns, which are a thing. Because sometimes you can get stuck in the loop of dodging and healing and dodging and healing until you run out of healing and then simply die. Well, yeah. No, you're not hollow. But if you've ever like gone hollow and then like taking your helmet off and then just like get real close to the camera, your character is very, very, very ugly. And that's the way they're supposed to be, right? You're supposed to be just like a husk of a human or whatever. You're not supposed to be pretty, but like, you know, the game kind of just makes sure that you know that you're ugly. Just in case you were under any illusions that you might still look somewhat acceptable as a hollow. No, no. Which is why the fashion souls is so important, okay? The fashion souls is when you dress your character up in some of the cool armor and stuff in the game. And admittedly, it's less about the defense and more about the looking good while you stomp bosses. But the armor set that Protag is wearing is actually a pretty decent set of armor. I'm gonna get the death counter ready. Okay, well, what do I don't have? Yeah, you just have to go behind him. If you go behind him, if you like get him in between the discs and if you get him in between the discs and yourself, then the discs you don't have to worry about hitting you unless your hitbox kind of is a little bit too forward. The burst. Oh, maybe that's where the air tree avatar thing came from. It's actually a reference to Shade. You know what I thought about it? Godfrey having a cape attack would be really, really cool, but also really, really rusty. Because you see how Gale can just kind of like have cape attacks. Now imagine this in Elden Ring, right? Like he would be kind of like doing one attack, but then kind of canceling into kind of like a little bit like you do like imagine like Margit with a cape attack. Like no thank you. I wonder if he would be cooler, as if Margit can be any cooler. But if he could be cooler, he would have cape attacks, and those cape attacks would be kind of ridiculous in my opinion. Smack him in the butt. And not quite. I mean, Gale can fly. He's Superman. And he can call the lightning. The actual lightning, not the yellow lightning. Well, lightning can be a lot of colors. Oh, don't die here, Protag. That's like 2 or 3 hits. 1 or 2 hits. Okay, I was right there. Yay! Well, was there ever any doubt? So yeah, did I already explain the death counter? I'm gonna explain the death counter again. So the death counter is the number of times he actually like lit up the death screen, and the 16, which is the number of parentheses, is the amount of times that he would have died if he did not have the Tears of the Noob equipped or casted. I mean, it is a buff. If he did not have the Tears of Denial buff upon him, he would not be alive. So he technically died 16 times, but actually died 11 times. What is that number? Was that 60? Was that 60 million? Was that 60 million? What was that number? Jesus Christ! I said, what was that? Was that 60 million? No. Oh, it was only 6 million. That's still a lot. That's still a lot. I mean, like, it wasn't, like, okay, well, I was off by a factor of 10, but it's still a lot of souls. Like, Lord, do you have enough levels? I mean, I guess if that's all you do is just kind of, like, play the game, go through the game, farm the game, all that good stuff. Bro, that is so laughable that it's like, no, the embers are only 2,500. When you like start off playing, you're in New Game 0, right? You start off the game, 2,500 souls is a lot of souls. But then like after you get to New Game 7, it's just like, what? Is there such a thing as a $2,000 bill? You're like, it's like, what's a, it's kind of like what's a penny, right? It's just like I didn't know there were bills that were smaller than 50. What other magical pay? Oh, so if someone just like shows you a $1 bill, it's like that's not real. What would you even use this for? What can you get with this? Like that's what it feels like. Oh no, oh no. Well, I mean, it makes sense because in this game, like you have to put your butt on the line quite often in order to get to that point. But still, also you get free embers. So why would you ever need to buy embers? Well, I think he needs to find 11 embers. How many did he get? He got 3, 4. I don't know if he replaced the other embers, but he needs at least 7 more, maybe significantly more. And now we shall go and put Midir out of his misery. Don't get a sad face for Midir right now. Put it on my sad face for Midir. He's a good boy. He's a good boy, but he's doing bad things. I'm so sorry. He's so sad. His goal was to protect everybody from the abyss, but then he got corrupted by the abyss. Does he remember the spot he's staying in? No, he chickened out. That's okay. Oh, the damage is so small. Why is he so tanky? Okay, I don't care that music in Elden Ring is better than Dark Souls. I don't know. I like the theme is very tragic sounding, but it also doesn't feel like it is. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Poor Midir. He's the Sith. He's the Sith of the game. I wonder, did Dark Souls 2 like have kind of a Sith equivalent? I don't know. I've never played Dark Souls 2. I've also the only playthrough I've seen of Dark Souls 2 was Oddsstarva's no hit run. Or no, not no hit, no damage run. Oh my god. Did anyone else see that? Like, okay, hold on. I'm gonna talk about Dark Souls 2 for a minute. So, Dark Souls 2 is a game that's kind of built on 8 locked directions. So you see how you can kind of go in pretty much any direction. Let me see, how am I going to explain this? Because this is a really, really old game mechanic that appears a lot more in like retro games, where you can only move in certain cardinal directions. It's kind of locked. It wasn't, I don't think it was very commonly used, but I do know that it was there in some games. Now, the problem with that kind of thing where you can only move in 8 directions, the camera, the enemies, is that sometimes it made your movement very unintuitive. Additionally, it made dodging moves hard, right? Because you can only dodge in like a few directions. So yeah, the game basically was trying, like you were not only fighting the bosses, but basically but also the basic mechanics of the game, which was why Oddsstarva's no damage run was so incredible. It's just like, wow, like you not only did you suffer through like, you know, like a very not great control scheme, but there's also a lot of stuff in Dark Souls 2 that just is meant to just hurt you. And I mean, that's kind of true in all Dark Souls games, but I feel like it's especially true in Dark Souls 2. So, like I said, I don't know all that much about it. I like the idea of Dark Souls 2, and I also like the idea of the magic in Dark Souls 2, and I would like to play Dark Souls 2, but also I'm very scared of playing Dark Souls 2, just for that reason of only being able to move in 8 directions on like a completely 100% 3D game. So I'm gonna be I'm gonna be trying to like move all over the place. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I was complaining about not having enough mobility in some other games, and like being only able to move in 8 directions would just kind of would 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 be very difficult for me to handle. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. I wonder if he's gonna get command grab. Oh no! Drag it down! Drag it down! Dude, this one does so much damage. It makes me feel so bad. Poor baby. It's okay, my dear. You're gonna go up to Dragon Heaven, and you'll never have to worry about protecting anybody from the abyss again. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay, my dear. He's a good boy. He's a very good boy. He will not change my. Rest in peace, my dear. The best boy. Well, I guess Sif is technically the best. But you know what? No. I like dragons better. Dogs are cool, but if you had the choice between having a pet dragon and having a pet dog, you'd probably pick the dragon. I would pick the dragon. Anyway, we are finally at the last boss already? Already? We started from the bottom, now we here? That took a surprisingly short amount of time. So, yeah, we're about to apparently go and slap the Lord of Cinders right in his embers. So that's gonna be fun. You know what? That one Lord of the Flame that's already sitting in the chair. He's a pretty cool dude. He's just like, yeah, you know, I know. I know what I'm here for. So, you know, whenever y'all ready, just get done. You know what? I think that the reason is I'm trying to actually think of why you would use durability in a game that's so combat heavy. Like, maybe to limit the number of times you can use like a special ability of a weapon, but like it wouldn't make sense for the durability to only go down when you use the ability. I'm sorry, I saw the repair powder and I was just kind of like thinking about it. I'm just like, what good is durability? Like, you can just have it consume magic, right? If it was about the ability, which is what Elden Ring does. Your Ash of War consumes your mana most of the time, except for when it doesn't. Looking at you, Estelle's Wing, or is it Estelle's Wing? Yeah, Estelle's Wing. So yeah, I don't really think there's a reason to put durability in the game. It's probably good for a survival game because yeah, in real life your stuff would break, but like in this kind of game where it's all about the fighting and the overcoming difficulty, I think the less that you have to manage probably the better. Anyway, Lord of Cinder, coming in hot. He's the master of everything. He's the dude. He, like the player characters on New Game 7, he has increased his stats to the point of where he can use all weapons and all magics, which I always thought was pretty cool. I just didn't like it when he was using the magic against me because that made me sad. But everything else was cool. Smack. Also, his sword is very cool. He mad. By the power of Grayskull. No, wait. No, never mind. Oof. The fire sword is very cool. Do we have a sword like that or no? Uh-oh. Look out. Oh, we got kicks. Kick! Falcon kick! Or the Kirby version. Falcon punch! I love Kirby. He's so adorable. Anyway, that's not here nor there. We're all supposed to be sad and we're supposed to be remembering when we first fought Gwen. Dark Souls 1. Don't make me get out the death counter, boy. It's supposed to be a moment of remembrance and reflection. And admiring the cool fire sword. Thunder! Oh, that is so busted. I mean, I love it. I mean, it's not busted, but it's just like if they made that lightning move faster, that would be just crazy. I think it would have made more sense for it to go up into the air and then just kind of like come down in random areas. Is that a command? Victories! Victory screech! I'm not doing it. Well, yes, that is it! Ooh, what ending are we doing? Protag, what ending are we doing? Oh, that's lame. Boring. I don't want to do the regular ending, but that's okay. He's the protagonist. Okay, that is our fantastic and wonderful and beautiful run. Activate the fire or ending or whatever it is. I don't know what you're doing. Or you can chug all your juice. You can also chug your juice. Chugging the juice is good. So yes, that is it for our super hyper casual Dark Souls 3 run. The final death count is a total of 11. Had it not been for the Tears of Denial, it would have been 16. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. We will eventually get to the Elden Ring DLC. The Game Awards are tomorrow. Oh my god, that's why my schedule is all messed up too. I had a birthday yesterday. Today, I don't want to talk about today. And then tomorrow is the Game Awards, and I want to watch the Game Awards. So yeah, I just want to know what happens. So we're linking the flame during the basic ending, which is boring. So yeah, we will get around to streaming the Elden Ring DLC when it pops. When is it? The DLC is coming out tomorrow, right? Okay, well, I don't know when the DLC is coming out either. So we'll stream it when it comes out, or maybe the day after it comes out. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this run, and if we don't see you tomorrow, we'll see you the day after tomorrow, or whenever the schedule decides to not be pulling me in about a billion different directions at once. Okay, no, that's not true. I'll do a stream in the morning. So if you're on YouTube, that'll be on the main channel. On Twitch, it'll be right here. And we'll give you more updates about the community event. This music is very pretty. I'm gonna cry. Don't make me sad. I'm turning the sound off for me. Alright, anyway. So, yes, that was a lot of fun. And yeah, see you. I will release you instead of talking your ear off. And we will see you tomorrow. Okay? So,